Hello folks, I'm back again. As you can see, well, I just got a few bottle vases here. Just wanted to dip in some red iron slip. As you can see, I've got all my labels here sorted out that we've just done, and I've got them with some metal ties here. We're going to keep them in this jam jar all together. That. We're even going to label the jam jar. So we're going to call it bucket labels. Ah, what organisation. So there we are. That's that. Okay, now here I've got, now you've seen me do this before, but it won't do any harm to see it again. I've got some red iron slip. Red iron slip I use, my goodness me, this bucket, it does have a label. Well, it says red iron slip on the side of the bucket, so that's okay. This is basically made up of 75% a red clay, and that can be like a low-fired earthenware type clay, and 25% red iron oxide. It's pretty easy to make. I mean, I go over up there on the hill to Scorpion Hill and I get some red. The soil is very red up there and contains quite a lot of clay, so I use that. And I bring that back, and then I dry it out thoroughly, and I sieve it so I get a dry weight, and then I mix that with red iron oxide, 75-25, and then I sieve it all again. I mix it then with water all together, and put it through a 100 mesh sieve. Okay, so here it is. Now, I don't know how you stir your glaze. You can use a piece of wood. I use one of these catering whisks. Quite good. Of course, if you've left your glaze for a little while, you may find that some of the water content has evaporated, in which case you need to be aware of that and perhaps add some water when you're mixing it again. Also, another thing, and I've got over here a stick. It doesn't actually need it, but I'll demonstrate it anyway. A square piece of wood like that. And again, when I used to work at the Lower Down Pottery in Devon, England, for my father, the workshop was incredibly cold sometimes in the winter. It was just a sort of iron shed, and the heating wasn't all that good, and the glaze in the buckets, you know, the temperature outside would have dropped down to well below freezing, a few degrees anyway. So the temperature of the glaze was really cold, and we used to have these big buckets, and my father used to say, "Simon, make sure that you put your hand right down to the bottom and get the glaze out of the corners." Well, that was absolutely so achy, freezing cold on my arms. Anyway, we can put a stick down like that into the corner there, right into the corner, and make sure that you're getting it off the bottom, because a lot of these kind of glazes, they settle out, don't they? So chuck that over there, out of the way. This red iron slip stains everything, you know, gets on your hands, everything's pretty strong colouring. So we're going to give that a mix. Now what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to try and bring the camera a bit closer to the action. If I can get in there. There we are. Now, these bottle vases are, you saw me making them the other day, they're now what we call, they're not leather hard, they are actually past the leather hard state. Hang on a minute, I think I just got to adjust the camera because the focus may not be. That's a better focus, I think. Okay, right. Yeah, they're actually drier than leather hard. With difficulty you could seal them, with a lot of difficulty. I know that because I forgot to put my seal on them, and I just had quite a lot of problem to get the seal to leave an impression. So there we are, the bucket, giving it a good stir. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double. No, I'm not going to double dip these. No, these are not for double dipping. Wrong. Okay, so just going to simply, okay, like that. Now that's not actually got any of this iron slip on the inside. With these, they've just slipped on the outside only, and then these will be for a sort of scratched sgraffito type decoration. Now I've got some actually that I did just the other day, which I will show you in a second. When you've dipped them, just give them a shake like that to get the excess, and hold them upside down before you turn them. Otherwise, if you turn them too quickly, it'll run off down and run onto the board. Alright? So you just dip them in like that. Quite easy. Shake off the excess on the board. Now I did some of these a couple of days ago. I'll just get those to quickly show you, so you've got an idea what I'm talking about by the kind of decoration I was talking about. Now these ones, so we can just get the camera, oops, get it there. I'll just show you what I mean. Now these, you see, now these are dry, alright, but you can see I've done a scratched through decoration there. Okay, now any one of you can do that. Simple little scratch motif. Keep it simple. Okay, hasn't got to be complicated. You can do little flecks like these ones, you see, intermittent flecks. These will then be biscuit fired and a white glaze put over the top, which is sort of semi-opaque, and they will be reduction fired. Here's one that I had difficulty with in reducing the top, so I made it into a little vase for sending out the flowers in different directions. Okay, right, I think we've got to end this clip here because I've just got these few more to do. Okay, this is Simon Leach saying have a go. See you soon. Bye now.